Hi there, it's March 25th and we are on day 85 of Through the Bible in 1 year, 365 days worth. We are currently on part 2, we are in Joshua, and today we're going to talk about all the kings that he defeated. Lots of wars, lots of killing, completely eradicating every single person in the town, basically exterminating everything living. Hard to read, but let's jump over there and we will get to it. Kings defeated east of the Jordan. This is after they crossed over. These are the kings east of the Jordan River who had been killed by the Israelites and whose land was taken. Their territory was extended from Arnon Gorge to Mount Hermon and included all the land east of the Jordan Valley. What's this note? Yeah. King Sihon and the Amorites who lived in Heshbon was defeated. His kingdom included Aroer on the edge of Arnon Gorge and extended from the middle of the Arnon Gorge to the Jabbok River, which serves as a border for the Ammonites. His territory included the southern half of the territory of Gilead. Sihon also controlled the Jordan Valley and the regions to the east. From as far north as the Sea of Galilee to as far south as the Dead Sea, including the road to Beth Jeshimoth, and southward to the slopes of Pisgah. Wow. King Og of Bashan, the last of the Rephaites, lived in Ashtaroth of Edrei. He ruled a territory stretching from Mount Hermon to Saliek in the north to all of the Bashan to the east and the westward of the borders of the kingdoms of Gesher and Mahak. This territory included the northern half of Gilead as far as the boundary of King Sihon of Heshbon. Moses, a servant of the Lord, and the Israelites had destroyed the people of King Sihon and King Og, and Moses gave their land as a possession to the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. The following is a list of the kings that Joshua and the Israelite armies defeated on the west side of the Jordan. Okay, so that was the east side, and this is the west side after they crossed over here. From Belgad in the valley of Lebanon and Mount Halak, which leads up to Seir, Joshua gave this land to the tribes of Israel as their possession, including the hill country, the western foothills of Jordan Valley, the mountain slopes, the Judean wilderness, and the Negev. The people who lived in this region were the Hittites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, Hivites, and the Jebusites. These are all the kings Israel defeated. Yikes, look at all these kings killed. They killed all these kings. Okay, Jericho, Ai near Bethel, Jerusalem, Hebron, Jarmuth, Lachish, Elgon, Jezer, Deber, Gedder, Hormah, Arad, Libnah, Adullam, Makkedah, Bethel, Tappuah, Hefer, Aphek, Lasharon, Madon, Hazer, Shimron, Meron, Ashkaf, Tanak, Megiddo. That's where the final battle is supposed to be, Megiddo, right? Kadesh, Jokneam in Carmel, Dor in the town of the king of Goyim in Gilgal, and the king of Tirzah. In all, 31 kings were defeated. 31 kingdoms, and these were huge cities. The land yet to be conquered. When Joshua was an old man, the Lord said to him, "You are growing old, and much land remains to be conquered. This is the territory that remains, all the regions of the Philistines and the Geshurites, and the larger territory of the Canaanites, extending from the stream of Shihor to the border of Egypt northward to the boundary of Ekron. It includes the territory of the 5 Philistine rulers of Gaza, Ashdod, Eshkon, Gath, and Ekron. The land of the Abites in the south also remains to be conquered. In the north, the following area has not been conquered. All the land of the Canaanites, including Marah, which includes the Sidonians, stretching northward to Aphek on the border of the Amorites, the land of the Gibeonites, and all the Lebanon mountain area to the east of the Baal Gad, below Mount Hermon, to Lebo Hamath, and the hill country from Lebanon to Misrephoth Maim, including all the land of the Sidonians. I myself will drag these people out of the land ahead of the Israelites, so be sure to give this land to Israel as a special possession, just as I have commanded you. Include all this territory as Israel's possession when you divide this land among the 9 tribes and the half-tribe of Manasseh." Right? Well, he's going to drive them out. The land divided east of the Jordan. That's on the other side before they crossed over and killed all the kings and stuff. Half the tribe of Manasseh and the tribes of Reuben and Gad had already received their grants of land on the east side of the Jordan, for Moses, the servant of the Lord, had previously assigned this land to them. Their territory extended from over the edge of Arnon Gorge, including the town in the middle of the gorge, the plain beyond the Medeba, as far as Dibon. It also included all the towns from Sihon of the Amorites who had reigned in Heshbon, and extended as far as the borders of Ammon. It included Gilead, the territory of the kings of Gesher, Machal, the Mount Hermon, and the Bashan, and as far as Helkah. Are you getting all this? And all the territory of King Og of Bashan, who had reigned in Ashtaroth and Edrei. King Og was the last of the Rephaites, for Moses had attacked them and driven them out. But the Israelites failed to drive out the people of Gesher and Machal, so they continue to live among the Israelites to this day. An allotment for the tribe of Levi. Moses did not assign any allotment of land to the tribe of Levi. Instead, as the Lord promised them, their allotment came from the offerings burned on the altar to the Lord God, the God of Israel. So the other people had to take care of them. The land given to the tribe of Reuben. Oh, it's going to go through all of them, isn't it? Holy cow. Okay, Reuben. Moses had assigned the following area to the clans of the tribe of Reuben. The territory extended from Or, the edge of Aaron Gorge, including the middle of the gorge, to the plain beyond Amida. It included Heshbon and other towns of the plain, Dibon, Mathah, Bala, Judah. See all these? I'm not reading those, okay? I gave them all that land. The land of Reuben also included the towns of the plain of the entire kingdom of Sihon. Sihon was the Amorite king who had reigned in Heshbon, and was killed by Moses along with the leaders of Midian. Evi, Rekem, Zur, Hierko, Reba, princes living in the region who were allied with Sihon. The Israelites had also killed Balaam, son of Beor, who used magic to tell the future. The Jordan River marked the western boundary of the tribe of Reuben. The towns of their surrounding villages in the area were given as a homeland to the clans of the tribe of Reuben. We're going to do this for all 12, aren't we? The land given to the tribe of Gad. Moses had assigned the following area to the clans of the tribe of Gad: the territory of Jazar, all the towns of Gilead, and half the land of Ammon, as far as the town of Or, just west of Reba. It extended from Heshbon to Ramoth, Mizpah, and Betapun, and Mabon, and the territory of Lo-debar. In the valley were Beth Haram, Beth Meshach, Succoth, Zaphon, and the rest of the kingdom of Sihon and Heshbon. The western boundary ran along the Jordan River, extended as far north as the tip of the Sea of Galilee, and then turned eastward. The towns and their surrounding villages in this area were given as homeland to the clan of the tribe of Gad. Okay, land given to the half-tribe of Manasseh. Half-tribe. Moses had assigned the following area to the clans of the half-tribe of Manasseh. The territory extended from Manaim, including Bashan, and all the former kingdom of King Og, and the 60 towns of Jerubbasham. 60 towns, wow. It also included half of Gilead and King Og's royal cities, and the Ashtaroth and the Edrei. All this was given to the clans of the descendants of Machir, who was Manasseh's son. These are the allotments Moses made while he was on the plains of Moab across the Jordan River east of Jericho. But Moses gave no allotment of land to the tribe of Levi, for the Lord, the God of Israel, had promised that he himself would be their allotment. The land divided west of the Jordan after Moses died. Right? The remaining tribe of Israel received the land in Canaan as allotted by Eleazar the priest, Joshua the son of Nun, and the tribal leaders. These 9.5 tribes received their grants of land by means of sacred lots, in accordance with the Lord's command through Moses. Moses had already given the grant of land to the 2.5 tribes on the east of the Jordan River, but he had given the Levites no such allotment. The descendants of Joseph had become 2 separate tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim, and the Levites were given no land at all, only towns to live in, surrounding pasture lands for their livestock and all their possessions. So the land was distributed in strict accordance with the Lord's commands for Moses. Okay, Caleb requests his land. A delegation from the tribe of Judah, led by Caleb, son of that guy, Kezanite, came to Joshua at Gilgal. Caleb said to Joshua, "Remember what the Lord said to Moses, that a man of God, about you and me when we were in Kadesh Barnea. I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of our Lord, sent me to Kadesh Barnea to explore the land of Canaan. I returned and gave an honest report, but my brothers who went with me frightened the people from entering the promised land. For my part, I wholeheartedly followed the Lord my God. So that day Moses solemnly promised me the land of Canaan on which you were just walking will be your grant of land, and that of your descendants forever, because you wholeheartedly followed the Lord my God. Now, as you can see, the Lord has kept me alive and well, as promised, of these 45 years since Moses made this promise. Even while Israel wandered in the wilderness, today I am 85 years old. I am as strong now as I was when Moses sent me on that journey, and I can still travel and fight as well as I could then. So give me the hill country that the Lord promised me. You will remember that as scouts we found the descendants of Anak living there in great walled towns. But if the Lord was with me, I will drive them out of the land, just as the Lord said. Then Joshua blessed Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and gave Hebron to him as his portion of land. Hebron still belongs to the descendants of Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, because he wholeheartedly followed the Lord, the God of Israel. Previously, Hebron had been called Kibroth Arba, and it had been named Arba, a great hero of the descendants of Anak. And the land had rest from war. The land given to the tribe of Judah. This is going to be a very boring one. Okay. The allotment of the clans of the tribe of Judah reached southward to the border of Edom as far as the wilderness of Zin. This would be helpful if we had maps, you know. The southern boundary began at the south by the Dead Sea, ran south of the Scorpion Pass into the wilderness of Zin, and went south to the Kadesh Barnea to the Hezron, then went up to Adar, where it turned to Karka. From there it passed to Amazon, until it finally reached the brook of Egypt, which it followed to the Mediterranean Sea. This was their southern boundary. The eastern boundary extended along the Dead Sea to the mouth of the Jordan River. The northern boundary began at the bay where the Jordan River empties into the Dead Sea, went up to the Beth Hoglah, and proceeded north Beth Araba, the stone of Ova. Bohan was Reuben's son. From that point it went through the valley of Achor Deborah, turning north to Gilgal, which is across from the slopes of Adam at the south side of the valley, where the boundary extended to the springs of Edemishish and on to En-Rogel. The boundary then passed through the valley of Ben-Hinnom along the southern slopes of the Jebusites, where the city of Jordan is located. Then it went west to the top of the mountain above the valley of Hinnom and up to the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. From there the boundary extended from the top of the mountain to the spring of the waters of Nephirah. And from there the towns of Mount Ephron. Then it turned toward Bela, that is Kiran Jearim. I like Bela better. The boundary circled west of Bela to Mount Seir, passed along the town of Gesud on the northern slope of Mount Jearim, and went down to Beth Shemesh on the town, and on to Timnah. The boundary then proceeded to the slope of the hill north of Ekron, where it turned toward Shekeron and Mount Bela, and past Jebunel, and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. The western boundary was the shoreline of the Mediterranean Sea. These are the boundaries of the clans of the tribe of Judah. You got all that? I did not. Okay. The land given to Caleb. The Lord commanded Joshua to assign some of Judah's territory to Caleb, son of Jephunneh. So Caleb was given the town of Hebron, that which is named after Anak's ancestor. Caleb drove out the three groups of Anakites, the descendants of Shemeshi, Eshmer, Talmai, and the sons of Anak. Wow. From there he went to fight against the people living in the town of Deborah, formerly called Caleb said, I will give my daughter Achash in marriage to the one who attacks and captures the Kiriath Sephar. Othniel, son of Caleb's brother Kenaz, was the one who conquered it, so Achash became Othniel's wife. When Achsah married Othniel, she urged him to ask her father for a field, and she got down off her donkey. Caleb asked her, What's the matter? She said, Give me another gift. You have already given me land. You've given me land in the Negev. Now please give me springs of water too. So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs. Daughters, right? Towns allotted to Judah. This was a homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Judah. The towns of Judah situated along the borders of Edom in the extreme south were Kebzeel, Eger, Jura, Kana, I'm not going to say all these. See all these words? Heva, all these words. Hazor, Hazel, Arba, Besna, Balaam, Ado, Keshel. Good. I can't pronounce any of these words, okay? And Rimmon. 29 towns with their surrounding villages. Okay? Towns allotted to Judah. The following towns situated in the western hills were also given to Judah, and a bunch of other names. Eshtaol, Zor, Ashel, Zona, En Gabim, Chicken, Zarin, Enim, Jarmuth, Ababum, Sugal, Azekah, Shakarim, Adlehem, Gederum, 14 towns with their surrounding villages. Also included were, oh man, I'm alive, Zen, Hadassah, Milgad, Dilian, Mizgad, Jokid, Lakshi, Boska, Eglan, Kabon, Lapam, Kidlish, Gederup, Bethagdalan, Naman, Mekada, 16 towns in the surrounding village. Besides these, there was Libnah, Esher, Pan, Ivla, Asaga, Negez, Caleb, Exib, Merk, with 9 towns in their surrounding villages. This territory of the tribe of Judah also included Ekron and its surrounding settlements and villages. From Ekron, the boundary extended west and included the towns near Ashdod with their surrounding villages. It also included Ashdod with its surrounding settlements and villages, in Gaza with its settlements and villages as far as the Brook of Egypt and along the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Judah also received the following towns in the hill country: Shamer, Jada, Shokah, Dena, Karat, Sana, that is Deber, Anab, Eshtemo, Anim, Goshen, Holon, Gilo, 11 towns in their surrounding villages. Also included were the towns of Arab, Duna, Esher, Janim, Bet-Tupa, Akchape, Hubna, Karat, Arba, that is Hebron, and Zior, that 9 towns with their surrounding villages. Besides these were Meon, Carmel, Zippah, Judah, Zico, Joachim, Zana, Kabek, Eber, and Timnah, 10 towns in the surrounding village. In addition, there were Halu, Bethsidur, Gora, Metra, Bemana, Bethlehem, 6 towns in the surrounding villages. There was also Kilmera, that is, and Rabbah, 2 towns in the surrounding villages. In the wilderness, there were towns of Beth Rabbah, Midrash, Shibia, the city of Salt, and Gadi, 6 towns in the surrounding villages. But the tribe of Judah could not drive out the Jebusites who lived in the city of Jerusalem. So the Jebusites live there among the people of Judah to this day. Wow, that was excruciating. Okay? That was excruciating. And I suppose it's probably going to go on tomorrow, huh? Because I don't think we covered all 12 tribes. I did not enjoy reading those names, Yep. More. This is tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that. It never ends, huh? Oh, look, and the day after that, too. But we want to read the whole Bible in a year. March 28th. Okay, so we got 2 days to deal with this stuff. So there you have it. That's to the Bible in a year, day 85. All the lands and all the stuff and all the cities and all the towns, and I might download a map just so we can look at it. I'm sure they have colored maps of the times, and and they lost most of it because God said they would. God said they would be, they would walk away from Him and they would start serving other gods, and they would lose it all, and they did. Crazy, huh? They had the whole everything. And all they had to do was follow God, and they ruined it. Man, that's crazy. So, that's day 85. Catch up on any you may have missed. You want to say you read the whole Bible in a year. And give us a like if you think about it. But until tomorrow, we'll continue. See you then.